Sorry, my profane friend. I thought I was on the last bit of the video, but I weren't. There's more pictures. So anyway, we know this is 9x9. It's a Masonic black and white tile floor, and we'll just carry on with the pictures, okay? These, look, again, the point within the square, look, it's right in the centre, and each stripe, look, is 6. You see what I mean? Look, it's 6. See? 33 degrees, 6. It's into everything. And it's 4 pyramids, of course, but let's forget that, yeah? You know what I mean? Shh. But this is what you're up against, the heraldry, look. You see the point within the square, look? You see? And it's these families, look, notice it? Can you see it, my profane friends? But this is what you're up against. I don't know what racks that mean. Racks me that bulk, whatever that mean. But these are the families you're up against, right? And again, I was just taking pictures in general, black and white, look, yeah, established in 1989 apparently. But again, there's the Masonic heraldry, you see. Amazing, isn't it? You know what I mean? That tells me that is Masonic, look, see? You see the pyramid right between the square, look, you see? Black and white. Here it is again, look. See the Masonic white cubes, look, you see? The hieroglyph of the Omega. Now here, they were praying to the left, yeah? No police arrested them. But and I told them about the symbolism, but this was what was interesting, yeah? When they were praying to the left, and again, this is I can't remember what the square was now, but what was interesting about this, yeah? The gates, yeah, that you see the sides, look, how they done it. Can you see it, look? It's got 6 sides, yeah. Look, see, look, 2 gate, 3 gate, and then 3 gates this side, yeah. So it put straight away, it put that octagon empire on it. But the interesting piece here, look, yeah. Again, I'll do it my drawing. You know me, I like to draw, just to prove a point to the Freakmasons. So you got, look, 1 gate, 2 gate, 3 gate, 4 gate, and move it across. 5 gate, and the 6th one is there. It's just overlapping, but someone's moved it for some reason. I don't know why. See, it's overlapping it. See that? So you got 2 there, 2 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. 6, okay, and they put it in that, configuration. Let me just go back and get rid of some of this. But look, watch the symbolism here. What they did. It's just the, all it was 232 basically. You know what I mean? That's what it was, and it had 6 sides like that, okay? They put it in the 6 sides with the circle, that, yeah, with the point in the circle, right? That's what they'd done, the cheeky little counsellors, but because we're smart, I spotted it. But what is it really? Let's have a look what it is. It's a circle, yeah, within a circle, yeah, with a point in the middle, okay? I don't want to get this too cloud. Then we have an X in it. Look, you see the X? Look? And what is an X? We know the X, when squared off, makes the square. And it gives you the pyramid, you see? So once again, what we've got is 4 pyramids, look. See, from there. That's a pyramid, you see? That's what that is. So there's 4 pyramids, which makes it 4 squares. It's all blasphemous, but it's not just that. Because they put this rosette in it, yeah, that square has now got the eye of the sun god above the pyramid, you see? When I explained that to them, they're going, they just like, their eyes were like bulging out of their heads. But as you can see, that you got the cross here, and on the points, which is here, 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 and here, that's what makes the square, you see? And that puts the square within the 2 circles, yeah? And then in the middle with the reef, that's the point within the square, look, you see? Point within the square. The point within the circle, you see? Within the circle, see? Then you get your 4 pyramids. They were like, wow. So hopefully I've woke up a few people today, that was sermoning Then this was next to them. See, they're all standing in a circle, you see, and they were praying and that. But I noticed as I stood here that again, that this memorial garden was opened by, and here we go, look, His Grace Douglas, 14th Duke of Hamilton. See, it's always Dukes, Lords and Earls. KT, Knights Templar, yeah, Grand Commander, something, whatever. And you can look it up, in the presence of the Lord Provost, look it up, what a provost is, magistrates and council, you see, because they're the lords, the dukes and the earls, in the city of Edinburgh. Church of Scotland and the Reformed Presbyterian Church, wait there, a representative detachment of the Cameronians, the Scottish Rifles, and a large public assembly. See, that was in October 1954. So that just goes to show you there that they control the army again, and that is the Knights Templars, yeah, and it's the lords, the dukes and the earls, and they're the ones that take us to war. And when I explained that to these people, they were like, whoa, you know what I mean? Then this is all around this place, you know what I mean? Again, look, oops, sorry. Can you see it, look? The obelisk. See the all-seeing eye? The white stag, again, that's called the white hart, obviously. The pyramids, look, as above, so below. Oh. Here, look, again, this is all on the same street. This is called the Beehive, pure Masonic, look. The Beehive, the Masonic Beehive, because they run all the pubs and the clubs. I obviously explain more of it as I go into it, yeah. But you see the pyramids, look, with the little all-seeing eye in it, look, just below the firmament. And then, look, there's the Beehive there, look, okay, right there. It's a side-on view. But look at the floor, look, the black and white tile floor, because they own all the pubs and the clubs. Yeah, there's the Beehive, look, black and white tile floor, look. See, the Freakmasonry. The B, the 33, for the 2 E's are 3 EE, free. And then you got the Beehive, the Freakmason Beehive on top. You know what I mean? It's wow. I was just like, oof. Again, look, see the all-seeing eye, look, in the pyramid. Absolutely crazy. And of course it's a pyramid, circle, pyramid. See, you'll start noticing it, you know. Again here, look, the kilts, that's the family and the heraldry, you see, of who runs it. And they still run it today. This is the other shop next door. Again, Coal Townhouse. Nothing Masonic again, with all these circles and points within pyramids. Do you see what I mean? That pyramid, look, circles, pyramids and circles, my profane friends. Pyramids, circles, and all seeing eyes. You see, that's Lucifer. Look. You know what I mean? Kings and queens. Because it's lords, dukes, and earls. Look. And that was in 1884. And do you think the Freakmasons don't own that anymore? Of course they do. Then I went to this, the museum. Okay, look, what do you see? That is that's that, yeah. And again, I get into it in all over Edinburgh. Is the circle, the square, and the circle. See, circles and squares. Pyramids, squares and compasses, circles, see, and that's the pyramid. Well, they've slightly done this also, the square and compass, look, you see, very slight, you know what I mean? Whether that's supposed to represent a 3 there, I don't know, but like I said, they're symbolism. But That is a circle, a square, and a circle. Compass and squares, you see. And then I took a picture of this. I got more, so much more. It's unreal. Look, in the firmament, look, you see. There's the heraldry, look. The shields, that was built in 1954. So do you really think with these pyramids, yeah, the shields and the circles within the square, all right, that's called Adam House. Do you honestly believe the Freakmasons have relinquished their power over this building? How about this one, the Royal Oak with the 3 X's? Shh, don't tell anyone. But you know what it represents, just in case you don't, and you're new to my videos, what this represents, yeah? Jesus was in the middle, the ruffians were on the outside, okay? That's the first thing. Let's bring it down a bit, it's a bit too thick, yeah? So Jesus was in the middle, the ruffians were on the outside, and what it is, look, is 1 square and compass, yeah? 2 square and compass, and remember, every square and compass is 6 points, yeah? So it's 6 points, make a square and compass, yeah? So that's 2 6s, okay? 1 6, 2 6, okay? Because there's the second one. And then people go, where's the third? Well, the third is on the points. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 2, 3, 2 makes a Masonic cube, yeah? And that's your third 6, because there's 6 sides. See? So it's 6, 6, 6, my profane friends. Anyway, or you could just have it this way and do it like this, look. There's 3, 1 square and compass, 2 square and compass, 6 square and compasses. They're all 6, 6. Obviously the 6 points, so it's 6, 6, 6. You see? Anyway, that's another story. So that's the Masonic Royal Oak. Oh, discard. And we have this, look, where they brag out the Sun Ra, the Royal Arch RA, the Sun hieroglyph, look, above the doors. See? All Freakmasonry. They own all the businesses. Again here, look. Notice, you know, there's a hieroglyph for the Omega sign, look. The windows are 6, look. 6. See? And also, if you notice, look, what's that? 2 windows. 3 windows. 2 windows. 2, 3, 2. What does that make? The Masonic cube, you see? Crazy, isn't it? How they get away with it? Absolute crazy. Can you see it, look? 2, 3, 2. See? It's amazing, isn't it? And then each set, look, there's 3 levels. Look at the windows. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. See? It's amazing, isn't it? All this, look, all this heraldry, look. See that? See it, look. Points within circles, big pyramids with their you know, the unicorns, look, on either side, look, the unicorns with the big pyramid, look. And again, it's circles, square, circles. I show this in a lot of the cathedrals I've done. See, look, 2, 3, 2. That's what it's all about. Who do you think controls that? You think the Profane don't own any of this? Like, they don't own any of it. All belongs to Freakmasonry, the Lords, the Dukes and the Owls. Same as this, look. See it? The hieroglyphs, you see? The Freakmasons own it. See it, look? See their gates, look? Look. See it? Wonderful, isn't it? See, look? Amazing. It's 3 times the arches. The windows are 6, but look, look at that. Look, what's that? Oh, not another world domination ball, surely. Windows of 6. See that? Pyramids, circles and squares. Just some of the pictures I took today. Again, look at the windows, look. See it? Look. See? 3, 6, 9. See? 3, 6, 9. Crazy. But the funny thing I noticed, and I ain't too sure about it, but some of the colours in the stones are different. Whether that's something that's meaning something, I don't know. Then, if you notice that, you've got the half circle, which is a circle, pyramid, circle. See, another Masonic rank. And the windows, of course, are 2, 4, 6. You see, but that is a circle, pyramid, circle. You see, mad, isn't it? Mad. Again, look, the 3 archers, look, of the Scotsman. That's what it was called, the Scotsman. Yeah, well-established Masonic family, I presume. And you've got the square and compass. Look, they tell you they own it, but they'll plead poverty. They don't own it. Of course they don't. All the money that goes screwing in there. Then, as I was walking over this bridge, right, look at this. That's a Masonic lodge, look, at the castle. But look, you see it, look? And then, the biggest obelisk you could ever see in Edinburgh. I've got loads of videos on it all, so don't you worry. And again here, look, you see it, look, 2 windows. Oh, what was it, this one? There's something. Oh, it's the pyramid anyway, with the all-seeing eye again, look, you see. But if you notice the window, look, you see the circle, look, within the circle. But look at the windows. 2, 3, 2. See? 2 to the left, 3 in the middle, 2 on the right. 2, 3, 2. Same as on that Houser estate, you see? 2, 3, 2. They can't help themselves. See? 2, 3, 2. See? 2, 3, 2. The Masonic cube. See? It's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy the way they've got away with it. Their domination knows no bounds. Look, pyramids, squares and compasses. I mean, how about this one? What do you reckon? With all them Masonic urns, look. Hey? What do you reckon? All them Masonic urns, look, you see? And the square within each one. Who do you reckon runs and controls this? With all these pyramids, look, and circles, circles, pyramids, circles, you know, look, Jackin and Boaz, circle, pyramid, circle, see? Crazy, isn't it? Again, there's that obelisk, look, massive, it's huge. Here again, look, you see it, look, 3 circles, look, make a square, see, 1 circle, 2 circle, 3 circles on the point, make a square, square and Cumpiss. You've got your Masonic cubes, of course, underneath. Amazing, isn't it? Ooh. Next one, again, that all-seeing eye, and again, that 2, 4, 6, see, 3 times, you see. Amazing, isn't it? Amazing. And then this guy, I don't know who he is, but again, look. Oh, what happened there? How do we get that right? Wait a minute. Yeah, it's the last one here, last one. And again, what have we got here? Look, we've got a point within the circle, yeah. But remember, look, it's the 9 steps, so it's a Masonic cube, yeah. The point within the circle, the point within the circle, yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry. Wait a minute. Remember, I'm not a professional, okay? And I believe there's 9 petals there, isn't there? I can't count. Oh, done it again. Anyway, that's not important. What's important is is that these, right, yeah, the 3 circles make a square, and each one has a point within that circle, and then each one is a square, because it's the square, the circle within the square, which gives you the 4 pyramids, yeah. But each petal, if you look at the petals, there's 9 of them, yeah, and it's the 9 steps, and the 9 steps, what I've just shown you, makes the Masonic cube. You see what I mean? And the square and compass with the G in the middle. See? Then you've got the hieroglyph again. Look, they've done it again. Look, putting that point right within the circle. Oh yeah. See? It's 2, 3, 2. They've done it this side, so it's 33 degrees. Yeah, by the 3 and 3, 33 degree, and the 7th circle in the middle makes the G. See? And he's sitting there not a clue what the hell's going on. You know, he's more likely a Freakmason, you never know. You know, that's how they do, they disguise themselves. It's more likely why he's displeased with me. But, you know, I don't know who he was, but I know a few people that have been following me. But anyway, that's another story. But there it is, look, you see? There's symbolism knows no bounds, and that's next to the Wellington, you know, the Wellington dude. Anyway, my profane friends, remember, I love you all, and you're the best. You know what I mean? Have a great day. More pictures coming soon, more videos.